Hi ladies and gentlemen, this work was done by Rita Cook and it was to determine the CO2 sensitivity of 4 plum cultivars. Moisture loss and shrivel are both primary disorders on plums. Low relative humidity during cold storage and shipping can contribute significantly to moisture loss and shrivel of fruit. Currently, the vent settings in plum containers is at 15 cubic meter per hour to prevent modification of the atmosphere. The AV Plus system that is available on merged containers measures the CO2 content of the air in the container and only vents the container if the CO2 exceeds a determined threshold. However, it is not known what the CO2 sensitivity of the plum cultivars grown in South Africa are and when venting should take place if the AV Plus system is used. In the 2019 season, we determined the CO2 sensitivity of Fortune, Letitia, Sungold and September Yummy plums to specify realistic CO2 values that will not damage plum quality. The objective was to determine the effect of carbon dioxide, CO2, on the quality after cold storage on 4 plum cultivars. The aim was to determine if elevated levels of CO2 in the range of 2, 4 and 6% would have a negative effect on plum quality. The information is vital if the current vent setting procedure for plums, by opening the vents in shipping containers if threshold CO2 levels are reached, is considered. The effect of this procedure on relative humidity in containers is unknown and will have to be determined at some stage. The ultimate aim is to utilize knowledge generated to increase relative humidity in shipping containers and in this way reduce shrivel on plums. Fortune, Letitia, Sungold and September Yummy plums were cold stored at modified atmosphere of 2, 4 and 6% CO2. Oxygen levels were 19, 17 and 15% respectively. Sungold plums were treated with the commercial concentration of 1 mcp before cold storage. The plums were stored at modified atmosphere for 20 days to simulate the shipping period to the EU. Fortune, Letitia and September Yummy plums were stored at single temperature while a dual temperature regime were used for Sungold. Overall quality was evaluated after cold storage of 42 days and after shelf life. If we look at the results, the modified atmosphere regimes tested had no negative effect on Fortune, Sungold and September Yummy plums. Positive effects with elevated CO2 levels occurred in terms of flesh firmness for Fortune and reduced internal disorders for Sungold and September Yummy plums. And above you can see the reduced internal disorders with a 6% CO2 for the September Yummy plums. The modified atmosphere regimes tested had a negative effect on flesh firmness and internal disorders with Letitia plums. You can see the high levels of internal disorders with a 6% CO2 at Letitia. No off-taste were noted in any of the cultivars. It therefore appears as if a blanket recommendation regarding the effect of the particular modified atmosphere regimes on plum quality will not be. As a conclusion, there was no conclusive trend identified for CO2 level effects on shrivel development. This will require testing in a shipping container. CO2 levels of up to 6% and the balance of oxygen, O2, to a total of 21% had varying effects on plum quality dependent on cultivar. A blanket recommendation for plums regarding venting of shipping container based on CO2 buildup in the containers is therefore not possible. However, the result indicated that there could be a positive effect of elevated CO2 levels in combination with relatively high oxygen levels, and this could be explored to improve fruit quality of selected cultivars. Just want to thank Woodgrow for funding and continued support, Ari de Kok for his great work, and all staff at Experico for their inputs and assistance. Thank you very much.